1959 in Egypt, and I was 9 years old. Everything was alive and sensual and important. It was Coco, my energetic 20-year-old cousin, who recorded that time on film. Later, Coco went on a camping trip to the Red Sea coast. I remember the stories he told us of his adventures. As an impressionable young boy brought up on a diet of Tintin comics, I was completely hooked. Now, 39 years later, in Melbourne, Australia, our paths cross again. This time he travels with a little bit more style and comfort. He's just back from his regular 6-month stay in Bahlaw, and I find that his taste for adventure has not diminished.
That's the island where the volcano. Oh, beautiful, beautiful place. Choice Gamarapu. I stayed there 3 nights. Unfortunately, only 3 nights. They're not allowed to build hotels higher than the palm tree. Minat mekat mishinadze, no way. The more you see other cultures, the more you realize how your own is so important also for yourself. And you don't want to forget it, and you want to pass it on to your children. Always. It's a living thing.
Part of Coco's commitment to his culture is his involvement with the Armenian Church's amateur theatre group. They meet once a week at the church hall in Surrey Hills. This year, he will be directing a one-act comedy called The Lady is Asleep. As I witness the beginning of rehearsals, I feel drawn in by Coco's passion for this endeavour. Maybe this experience offers me a way back into the community I have avoided for so long.
Exaggeration. Without exaggeration, nothing can happen. And of course, as you know, the stage needs the exaggeration.
Nazareth, for instance, he is very good. He has a very good pronunciation, his voice, and his acting, and he improvises. But his fault is that he never, because he's very self-confident, so he doesn't learn the line.
But at least I don't have to wear that much makeup. As I did last time, gosh, my whole face was covered, yeah.
As for the young girl, she's not very experienced, but very enthusiastic. She wants to learn more, and she wants to act, and to her it's a very important thing. George, he is the type of person that he's full of imagination and new ideas. In the middle of the rehearsal, he stops and says, "Look, what do you think if we do this?" And he starts, and that slows down the play. Girard is a very intelligent and hard-working person. Now that he has position in the Armenian Council, he wants to achieve something good.
Coco's attitude as a director has a distinctly multicultural quality about it. A disarming mixture of Armenian stubbornness, Egyptian fatalism, Balinese generosity, and a pinch of Australian optimism.
We are we are a living multicultural race because of the fact that we've been scattered all over the world, you see.
The Armenians are an old people with a history going back 3,000 years. They were one of the first people to build Christian churches. This church serves a community of around 6,000 people. It's the only Armenian Orthodox church in Melbourne. When I was 16 and a new Australian, my parents wanted me to join in the community's activities, but I rejected such quaint ideas. I was more interested in exploring my new world. Now that I'm older and a little less presumptuous, I'm touched by the stoicism of those Armenians who want to recreate their old world in the new. The practice of the church teaches the Armenians that theatre is an inherent part of their daily lives. The more remote and intriguing the ritual, the more history and significance it carries.
The profile of a beautiful girl. This is nose, mouth and chin and the hair. It's very beautiful.
And this is where all of us come to see each other and meet and feel this bond that we have together.
Meanwhile, behind the scenes, the caretakers of the community, the councillors, are at the sharp end of church business.
We are members of the council. The council duty is to look after the church, after the people, after we are controlling everything.
The script that I got from Nubar, the old one, 1981, all marked and changed, etc.
Coco wants to do more than one-act comedies.
Retyping everything.
He's got hold of an old play script which deals with the epic story of the Persian invasion.
The new one.
Coco believes this drama embodies Armenia's struggle for identity and a place in the world.
Ամեն ուժերը իրար το դրոցը, մշակութայինը և մենք, երեք ուժերը, և նույնիսկ The Armenian community have 3 or 4 clubs, different entities. So my idea is, one club has a director and is responsible to one part of the play, and once a month maybe we come together and we rehearse all the 3 sections of the whole in one go and see what happens. And I think this way we are going to bring the 3 clubs to cooperate together. You know, that's my dream.
Anything will go, profit will go for the church, okay? Anything, any profit goes to the church, to fix the church, to cover the expenses of the church, nothing else. We don't, it's all volunteer jobs here.
Well, last year they started a play. I wasn't here, as you know, I was in Bali, but he gave a play called Tic Tac. A very funny play actually. I read it. He said, all right, Kevork, you do it. And then Kevork introduced so many changes or added so many things that Girard said, no, we don't want all this. So Kevork said, look, I'm the director, why do you play it like this or we don't play it at all? So then,
Fortunately, Coco's diplomacy usually holds disaster at bay, but he has real concerns for the future of the group.
getting new blood into any organization, especially young, is very difficult today. It has always been our problem. Always.
Ganyer da satne worong hayren kichmikiden pach aspirura khalu kachukki uchuni.
Well, the way to educate people is by showing them plays until they accept the idea of whatever we are trying to brainwash them with. We can't run away from the facts what's happening, like drugs and homosexuality and women priests, for instance. I think we should include in our plays and see the reaction of the public. We'll be crucified, I know. I will be, if I'm a director, I'll be crucified. They'll say, you're a traitor to our cause, something like that. But I think I want to introduce things like that one day. Naturally, the first thing we do here is open the curtain and switch on the lights. And then we check the lights, whether they are burnt out or they're all right, and then we wait for the others to come, which they'll be here soon, I suppose. Yep.
Rehearsals don't always go as planned. This one has been cancelled, but no one has bothered to let Coco know.
I have to ring him on his mobile. I know where he is.
Where's your eyes?
The Crown Casino.
It's the 6th week of rehearsals, and there is a new air of bravado and of getting down to business. Tonight, for the first time, the wives and friends have come to watch and lend support.
Madrasi birigo kalu.
Now when can we can do it now?
Things move quickly. A new cast member is pressed into service to play a small but vital role as the wife. Rapid-fire directions are given from more than one direction.
George, yes, barantes get tam goblis. Hep diansi eta. Tuna ilim pieces.
Georgette balahantes gertam go.
Yes, barantes. Last barantes.
Yes, es geschehen balahantes gertam go.
ये पुरानी का खोसी गो, गमचू खोसी गो, तो बस ध्यान का किसी का बात तुम सुन रहे हो, बाप इस बंद में सुन का तू रुपन चुकने सुन का बस. हम शुरू से.
Because itself, the play is very poor. Now we have to nourish them with beautiful flavors, with beautiful actions.
Everyone in the group believes they can resurrect the comedy through improvisation. The undoubted frog of the script will, with relentless adaptation, become the prince, which is the play.
Yırtık uçamka amelârik bilirler. Umarım da yapıyor crossing. Arans müdadelu crossing. Amelârik bilirler.
At last, the set for the play is ready to be assembled. Coco, Jiraiya and Abraham are geared up and eager to tackle the job.
That's what I said from the first time. all the thing dust. Clean one.
Skis पे ये पर zaten fazla de hassas var. To müzik denemeyen. Sen müzik çıkar koymuyor müzik.
Ancak keçeler, zaten yetiyor metro bu kadar.
Çıkar, kevat koy. İnke ये पर मिना क्यों? तो müzik dene. Aslında kevat bunda da tuzlarda tane kere o ve müzik की tax आवाज़ bana müzik koy bence.
The only worry is that Giral was saying that he was going to bring the music, his cassette player with some Armenian music. He decides to put it on. I'll ask him not to because it's too late now. That's all I'm worried about. If he comes and says, oh yes, good, you know, he is. But I will not accept it. I don't think so.
It's the night of the dress rehearsal, and excitement is in the air. It infects everyone on and off the stage. The possibility has always been there to change everything. It's a pioneering spirit that has taken hold, and I'm forced to wonder how it will end.
As I said, everyone has a creative approach that changes everything. Everything has been changed. Nothing from the original script. It's a new play, absolutely new play. Good, huh?
The rehearsal has ended on a positive note, and all seems ready for the night of the play. Coco is tired, but happy.
I have one little problem now. It's the bottle of a cork screw.
Oh yes.
You have a cork screw?
Open the bottle on the stage.
The wine, no, this one. To drink myself on the wine. Red wine.
The round table for you, another table will be free. But if you return to the terms of because it says the ladies told me that. The ladies they are not here, I am the organ. I give a small table, round table, you put that on it, nothing else. You can the round table, I won't be able to put the camera on it. Sorry, put on the floor. Put on the floor. Because we need the round table for you to sit there. But the camera, we won't be able to see the play.
He always do this. But he knock on the door, on the wall, on the wood, 3 times. Once. Then maybe 5 minutes later, another 3 times. Now the public knows that they have to sit down and be ready for the curtain. The third knock, the curtain opens.
So you did the no smoking side?
Printed today upstairs where the play is, where the people are going to sing, because there is one person who smokes non-stop, Nazareth, and he should.
Each actor in turn visits the stage to do whatever it is they need to do in preparation. Jiraiya threatens to upset that fine balance. His fixation on the music from the cassette player has reached comic proportions.
Ayo, don't worry. Let me do it. Tanya hostess. Tanya is not here.
In the frenzy of lost actors and unwanted props, the knocking loses its authority.
Where is she?
For an instant, everything is balanced on a knife edge. Reggie presses the button of the cassette player, but strangely, nothing happens. Here they are at last, the players, dedicated amateurs on the stage, watched by an equally dedicated audience.
We are all these groups, we are all one when we come to think about Vartan Mamigonian, all these events that happen, historic things. They can't say we don't care, impossible. They all worship those things, you know, part of us. So they all join, I think. They all come and say, let's do it.
Perhaps Coco's dream of the epic play can become a reality. Maybe in the not-too-distant future, I will be pressed into service as a spear carrier. The flickering images on film from my past reflect in the faces of the people. These are the faces of my larger family, gathered so intimately in this small hall. Watched by the icons and symbols of our history, we sit entranced in our dreaming ground. In sharing this experience of make-believe with Coco and all the others, I have come in touch with a delicate and emotional past, not as a child this time, but as a man. Now I can look clearly at my childhood and find the wonder and resilience which is at the heart and soul of my inheritance. For me, the experience of being an Armenian is now forever tied with the experience of being an Australian.
Oh